Well, hello there, and welcome to yet another beautiful day for an adventure here in Spring Valley, Wisconsin. And this building right behind me is the home of Crystal Cave. That's right, we get to go through a tour of this awesome cave. I've never been here before, but I keep driving by it on my way to Wisconsin Dells, and I decided today is the day that we are going to check it out. So if you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. Welcome to another edition of Tommy Travels. It's Tommy Travels. Come on with me, you guys. Let's go see what there is to see. This place is on some really beautiful grounds. They've got a prospector area over there, some beautiful flowers. There's the building itself for Crystal Cave, and then over here, they've got another building with an awesome wildflower garden. Oh, it is not just a wildflower garden though. It is also a really cool mini golf course. And they're using some dinosaur fossils and bones as obstacles, it looks like. Got a pterodactyl right over there. What a fun little golf course. I should probably get inside because this could distract me longer than what it'll take us to do inside of there. So on with the adventure. And they've got some helpful signs here to give you an idea about the history of these caves. Take a trip back in time to Wisconsin's longest cave. This cave begins 540 million years ago. Just to give you an idea of how long that is, 250 million years ago, dinosaurs ruled the earth. And the earliest shell fossils are from 540 million years ago. And then this gives you an idea of all the ages: Mesozoic, Paleozoic. Very cool. And so there is where we came in. Today's adventure actually starts in the gift shop, where they have all sorts of plush toys and different kinds of gems and stones and beautiful. Look at that tree. Look at this one. This place is really cool. And then there is where we buy our tickets. And we got a ticket for the Blue Tour, which starts at 2:45. And that's about 5 minutes from now, so we don't have a lot of time to dawdle around here in the gift shop with all of these awesome sweatshirts and t-shirts. Tour is going to start right down here. It says Fallout Shelter. It probably is. It's been here for many millions of years. Well, you guys, that was a very fun cave tour. Our guide, Allie, brought us all around that place, and it sure was fun. I've been to a lot of caves. Merrimack Caverns, one of the most famous caves in the Midwest. Spook Caverns in Iowa, very, very fun. They both allow filming. However, this one, it is a copyrighted tour, and for some reason they don't allow filming, which is frustrating. However, it is still a good tour, and they do allow photography, so I was able to photograph things along the way. We just can't capture any of the history as it's going forward. So when they bring you down into the first room, they let you know that the cave was discovered by a couple of kids who thought this was some sort of an animal hole that they had stumbled across, but as they started throwing things down the hole, they realized there's a lot more to it than just an animal hole. It's a whole cave. They constructed a big slide that went down into the cave formations. They harnessed themselves with rope, slid on down, and discovered crystal caves. And it's in this first room that Allie, our tour guide, shows us a little bit more of the slide that was constructed to enter the cave. She talks about some of the limestone formations and iron that is collected in the cave, as well as the crystal formations that give the cave its name. There's also a post in this cave as well, like a stone post that was probably formed over the course of millions of years. And if you walk around it one time, it's considered good luck for the next 24 hours. However, if you walk around it more than one time, well, then you're in trouble. Then you get bad luck for 2 or 3 days. So you just want to walk around it once. As we move into the next section, we learn about something called headache rocks. Those are just low-hanging rocks that you have to be careful of through the entire cave tour. But they lead us into our first area, which is called the Grand Ballroom. And in the Grand Ballroom, a couple has actually been married in that room. She shows us a little bit about some of the animals that dwell, like the bats that fly throughout the cave. We didn't see any bats as we were going around, but there actually is a bat cave in this cave that contains a lot of bats. It's not open for the tour area, but I thought that was kind of cool that they have a bat cave in this cave as well. There's another section of the cave that was discovered, I believe, by a lady named Mary. I think it's called Mary's Maze, if my memory serves me correctly. Doing all of this by memory. But she felt some air flowing through a certain part of the cave and thought there might be something back there. And she slid herself through an incredibly small little opening to discover that next section of the cave. And that's where we get to see some stalactites hanging from the ceiling and some cave formations, which we are told, please do not touch, because if you do it kills them and they can no longer grow. There was another area of the cave where she showed us some fascinating history about fossils that could be found in that area in the cave and also in other areas around Wisconsin. There's a chart that shows some very colorful pictures of them, and we get to see a trilobite up close, and those are very small, only about the size of your fingernail. And then we got to see some other ones and just some very fascinating history. Probably my favorite area in the whole cave is the wishing room. A long time ago, they used to let people come in there. It's a limestone cave, so you can fit coins into the walls. And they said if you were to put a coin and it sticks into the wall, then your wish will come true. They have since learned more about caves and they don't allow that anymore, but they still allow you some time to make a wish for whatever your heart desires. And in this area as well, they show you some minerals that are native to the Wisconsin area and in the cave, and they actually glow in the dark, which is something I wasn't expecting. She hits them with a black light and it is absolutely cool to see them light up like that. But even with the cave tour being copyrighted, we still have cool content to find. We've got some material here that we are gonna go mine for some minerals and beautiful stones like these that could be in this bag here, but we can't tell now. We have to do some prospecting. Here we are at Prospector's Creek, right in front of us. And here is a guy named Prospector Pip, who talks about going to California in 1849 because somebody, James W. Marshall, found gold in them thar hills and created a gold rush. They used to just pan for it in rivers and streams like that, but then they started using a process called sluice boxes, which is about what we're going to learn about, I believe.
Just below the tape to start your prospecting.
Poke a hole just below, like right here?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tape's really hard to take off, so it's easier to poke a hole.
All right.
Mixture into your tray.
Okay. About a third of it?
Yep.
All right. Put that in there? About like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you're going to pick your tray up, turn it sideways, put it in the water, slosh it back and forth until all the sand dissolves away.
Okay.
And then collect all the gems and minerals you find. And then you can identify them whenever you get home or whenever you want.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your help.
Then you just repeat the process with the rest of the mix.
Thank you so much. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought prospecting was really going to be a difficult thing to learn, but apparently it's not. Do that. That gets the sand out and washes off the minerals. And look at that. Oh, sweet. We got all sorts of stuff going on already. And only a tiny part of the bag. And we have another bag right here that we can put them all in when we go home. There's the big water tower, and it comes down these little valves right here, which brings us to our prospecting tray that we have going on. I got another load of dirt and precious jewelry. Wow. And then here is the last of my dirt to go through here. Go through and see what kind of jewels pop up here. Oh my goodness. Hopefully there isn't a stagecoach robbery on my way home. Too bad I drove a stagecoach here today. Why did I do that? And if you look closely in this mix, we have got ourselves some gold. I'm not sure how valuable that is. I was kind of hoping to find some Bitcoin, but that's all right. I'll just settle for the gold. And then right across from the prospecting area and Crystal Cave tours, there's a whole picnic area where if you want to get some brats and hamburgers and hang out with your family, make a nice day of it, this is a great place to do just that. And so here is our little bag of jewels with the card showing us exactly what each and every single thing in there is, hopefully. And this was a very productive day. Well, as you guys know, I always like to end these things on a water feature, and this is definitely the best one in the area. Thank you all for hanging out with me today at Crystal Cave Tour here in Wisconsin and doing some prospecting with me. It sure was fun. Thank you guys all so much for all of the support that you've given me so far. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. While you're at it, go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. And of course, until next time, I hope to catch you on the flip side.